What happens when life gets in the way of your dreams? When passion slowly fades and responsibilities take over? In 2008, Rock On didn't just tell a story about music. It told a story about us. 4 friends, 1 band, 1 dream. They called themselves Magic. Back in their college days, Aditya, Joe, KD, and Rob lived for one thing: music. Late-night jam sessions, rooftop rehearsals, and that burning belief that they were destined for something bigger. But then, life happened. Dreams don't always crash. Sometimes they just quietly disappear. Aditya becomes a corporate lawyer, successful, wealthy, but emotionally distant. His world is all about deals, money, and control. Music? That's a chapter he's locked away. Joe struggles to survive as a small-time musician, carrying the weight of what could have been. His talent is still there, but the world hasn't noticed. KD is stuck in a dead-end job, hiding behind humor, masking his regrets with jokes. And Rob, the heart of the band, is gone. That loss didn't just break their friendship, it shattered their music. Years pass. The band is history, until one day, everything begins to change. Aditya's wife, Sakshi, enters the story like a quiet force. She sees something missing in him, something broken. And she doesn't just accept it. She starts asking questions about the past, about magic, about the music he buried. And slowly, piece by piece, the past starts resurfacing. Old wounds reopen, old friendships are tested, and buried guilt begins to rise. Because sometimes the hardest thing isn't chasing your dreams, it's facing why you gave up on them. As Aditya reconnects with Joe and KD, the tension is real. These aren't just old friends meeting again. These are people carrying years of pain, ego, and unfinished stories. There's anger, blame, silence. But beneath it all, there's still music. And music has a strange power. It doesn't just bring people together. It forces them to confront who they really are. The film builds slowly, emotionally, leading to one simple question. Can you go back? Can you reclaim something you once lost? Or is it already too late? What makes Rock On special isn't just the performances or the soundtrack. It's how real it feels. There are no over-the-top villains here. The enemy is time. The enemy is compromise. The enemy is the version of yourself you became when you stopped believing. Farhan Akhtar, in his debut acting role, delivers a performance that feels raw and honest. You don't just watch Aditya, you understand him. Arjun Rampal brings a quiet intensity to Joe, a man who never stopped loving music, even when it stopped loving him back. And Purab Kohli and Luke Kenny complete the picture of a band that feels authentic, flawed, and deeply human. But the real star? The music. Songs like Tum Ho To and Rock On aren't just tracks, they're emotions. They carry nostalgia, pain, hope, and that electric feeling of being alive. And when the band finally comes together again, it's not just about performing. It's about healing. It's about forgiveness. It's about finding that lost piece of yourself and holding on to it, this time for real. Because at its core, Rock On is not a story about becoming rock stars. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. It's about friendship, the kind that survives distance, ego, and time. And most importantly, it's about second chances. Because sometimes life gives you one more shot, not to be perfect, not to be famous, but to finally be true to yourself. So if you've ever had a dream you let go of, if you've ever wondered, what if, then Rock On isn't just a movie you watch, it's a story you feel. And maybe, just maybe, it'll make you pick up that dream again.